action, but on Sportscene this season we're bringing you selected matches from what looks like being a hugely intriguing championship. 3 of Scotland's biggest clubs are in the second tier, and 2 of them locked horns at a packed-out Ibrox this lunchtime. Rangers versus Hearts. There for us was Rob McLean.
Mixed emotions pre-match at Ibrox. Joy with the unfurling of the flag as League One champions looking for 3 in a row promotions. Ali McCoist and company on their way, they hope, back to the top flight. But memories as well about the late Sandy Jardine. A lot of his former teammates are here to see the Govan stand renamed the Sandy Jardine stand. Team-wise, Rangers ditching the back 3 they played against Hibs on Tuesday, so Darren McGregor drops out and winger David Templeton starts against his old team. Hearts are without injured Callum Patterson. That's the one change from the team that beat Annan in the Challenge Cup, with Jordan McGee starting. Dangerous back pass from Ozturk, and Neil Alexander in big bother, and Chris Boyd almost scoring. Self-inflicted this one. Black was homing in, Miller almost there, Boyd too. Finally, Alexander grabbed it. Straight at Nicky Law. Lewis McLeod, clever play. Kenny Miller with a chance, it's deflected, and David Templeton misses an absolute sitter. 6 yards out, only he can explain why that went over the top. It's Billy King with the corner kick, and it's Danny Wilson with the opening goal against his old team. Lee Wallace was trying to get to grips with the Hearts skipper here, but he couldn't prevent him planting that header in the top corner. In from McLeod, flicked on by Miller, then McCulloch had a go. Boyd had an attempt to force that in, and still Rangers couldn't score. Great defending from Hearts, they just did not want this to go in. It's Nicky Law with the free kick. It's floated in, it's grabbed by Neil Alexander, but maybe at a painful cost here, clashing with his own defender, Ozturk. And the former Rangers goalkeeper has taken a really sore one here, and both sets of support are sympathetic as Scott Gallagher takes over. Lewis McLeod's free kick, diving header attempt by McCulloch. That was Zaliukas seeing his follow-up shot blocked by Ozturk, got himself in the way. In goes Law and loses out to Prince Boisben. He and Gomez have been hugely influential for Hearts, and Boisben continues his run forward. Sam Nicholson now. Boisben is in, tries to drag it around Cammy Bell and fails as Hearts looked to tie up all 3 points. Lee Wallace floats it up for Boyd. There's Kenny Miller. Nicky Law squares the game in stoppage time. Just as it looked as if Rangers were down and out, Law strikes. Gallagher got a good hand to that, but he couldn't keep it out. And it's 1-1. Straight from kickoff. Hearts are threatening. Osman Sow! Sensational finish at Ibrox. The equaliser followed immediately by the 3rd goal of the game. And Hearts' newly recruited Swedish striker has a quick impact. That is a brilliant finish. Rangers will have their thoughts about it defensively, but it's 2-1 Hearts. Lee Wallace surging forward. Is there another goal in the game? There's Kenny Miller! And he can't hit the target. And it looks like defeat for Rangers on the opening weekend of the championship season.
It was great, you know. I thought the players showed fantastic strength of character to come back. You know, it's the easiest place in the world to lose a goal in the last minute and then fold. But you know, at that point, I think to myself, like, let's be strong and get a point out of the game. But you know, they showed great character to go and get another goal, and it's going to stand in good stead for the rest of the season. You know, the season won't be defined from this game. We'll get Derby next week, so we must start preparing for that.
Michael, you were at Ibrox today. What was the atmosphere like? Because obviously there was the Sandy Jardine stand being named, and then you got a 50,000 packed house at Ibrox, but it's a second-tier match, and then you got players on each side that used to play for Hearts and used to play for Rangers and vice versa. It's a strange situation.
Well, it is, given the fact that it was, you know, a game in the Championship. It had all the hallmarks of a top-flight game, and you know, it was a good tribute to Sandy Jardine beforehand, and then leading into the game was a really good atmosphere. It was a good spectacle as well. There was a lot of end-to-end action. But I think over the piece, you know, the right team picked up the 3 points. Yeah, and Danny Wilson, former Rangers player, now at Hearts, obviously, good performance from him and a vital goal. Yeah, he did perform well, and this was a good goal. It was a great ball in from King. And I think when you see on the replay here that it's good movement from Wilson. If you watch him coming out for the back post and watch Dale Carrick in front of Cammy Bell as well, he blocks him off. You know, you might think that ball's floated in on the edge of the 6-yard box and the goalkeeper should come from it, but clearly worked on in the training field to block the goalkeeper, and a good move from Danny Wilson. Definitely. This Hearts striker, Stephen Thompson, Osman Sow, looks like he might be a character in Scottish football. He's Swedish, he's big, strong, he's got good feet, and the winning goal today. Well, he took the goal ever so well, didn't he? He really did. This pass is superb. The first touch, brilliant. Sets himself out his feet, and that is a tremendous finish. And I don't think it was just his goal. I think his overall play was good. But interestingly, when they scored the goal, Darren McGregor had just come on that second for Forster, who'd gone off injured, and he hadn't really got himself over to the right back position in time when Hearts broke with the ball. And you wonder if it had a bearing on the goal or not. Well, it did, because you could see he was still making his way across, and as the ball went over, Nicholson came inside him and took him out of the game with a really good touch. And yeah, there's definitely an argument there that he hadn't been set and he wasn't concentrating yet. Quick update on Neil Alexander. He had a nasty injury in that match. He was taken to Southern General Hospital in Glasgow. Looks like a suspected fractured cheekbone. He could be out for a couple of months. We wish him well, obviously. Quick word about the Championship in terms of favourites. Who are the favourites for you, Michael? I think Rangers are still going to be the favourites, but Hearts will run them close. Stephen? Yeah, I would agree with Mikey. I think that's just about right, but it's going to be very close. I think it'll be a very tight division.